My name is Godwin Kuadam, Programs Manager of West Africa Center for Peace Studies. We are here today on campus, University of Ghana campus, and we are interacting with level 400 psychology students. We are happy to have another guest. She will kindly introduce herself.
Okay, my name is Barakat Ajoke Ige, a level 300, a level 400 student, University of Ghana. I'm a student leader, the past president of Human Resource Management Student Association. I'm also a member of University of Ghana Parliament House.
All right. Thank you so much. We want to get your views on a few topical issues, and governance is very important, and we want the youth to be active, to be people who are concerned or who are involved in what is happening in their country, because as the future, they say the future belongs to the youth, and
Absolutely,
that future, if the youth are to be active, they must start now.
absolutely.
Yes, so we want to put the past election of Ghana, the 2020 elections, into perspective and also look at the future. Uh, what are your observations about the elections in Ghana in 2020, and what do you think went well, and what do you think we can do to improve upon future ones?
Okay, elections in Ghana in 2020, if
Yeah,
I'm right.
yeah.
It's actually not so bad. The youth actually comport themselves, but unfortunately, there are still some that were engaging in violence acts, using themselves for politicians. Politicians actually care about we the youth, but however, we shouldn't go to the extent of endangering our lives because of them, causing violence up and down um and some chaos. It's not advisable. There is few instances. I learned one at Kaswa. Somebody was shot, was trying to engage in electoral malpractice, all sorts of that. It was there were people who engaged in it were youth. Unfortunately, and that's very, very disheartening. However, the election in general is quite peaceful because not all the constituencies in Ghana experienced crisis and election malpractice. That's actually what I can say about election in Ghana last
Okay,
in 2020.
in 2020. Now, what about the politicians and the electoral system? What observation did you make? What do you think they can do to make things better?
Okay, I think the politicians should be diplomatic in their approach to election. Political loyalty is very good, however, not to the detriment of the citizens of the country. It's so pathetic when you see politicians not being a good role model on media, talking very in such a way that is very disheartening, talking about another fellow human being. No, politics means we should also respect each other's views. Everyone has the right to join any political party.
Party and
you
the
you
church.
can you can actually present your manifesto without insulting other political candidates. That's actually one thing I would love the politicians to work on themselves. They should know how to present their manifesto, policies, or whatever vision they have for Mother Ghana, rather than insulting fellow candidates. That's very not acceptable. Yeah, and it doesn't actually speak well of them.
We have another pending elections next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on your opinion, the things you just said, the youth, the electorate, the politicians who are always campaigning for votes by always presenting their side of the story in a nice way, and sometimes when it comes to implementation, we have a different view. What do you think the youth should do so that next year the elections should be better?
I think the youth should be ambassador for peace.
Yes.
They should also start by educating their community,
Mm.
educating fellow youth. Let
Mm.
us sensitize people
Yeah.
on the impact of violence, conflict, electoral malpractice, and most importantly, on the impact on our psychological lives. That's one step I would love every youth of Ghana to actually take step in, to take it upon themselves to educate one another.
Yes.
Let us be aware that when you die because of politics, politics still moves
It's,
on,
they will still
life
go on.
continues. So that's actually what I am really particular about when it comes to the youth.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and we appreciate your time. See you some other time.
Thank you too.
Level 400 students, we are glad to have another guest with us. Kindly introduce yourself to us.
Okay, my name is Benita Osaibonso. I'm a level 400 student studying psychology and human resource.
Okay,
Yes, please.
thank you. We want to get your views on the elections in West Africa. Um, Generally, during election time, you see a lot of youth following political parties, some just for some something they will get from the politicians. What do you think the youth can do to promote the democracy, the good governance that we are all looking for? You can cite the case of any country that you are familiar with.
Okay, so I'm partly half Ghanaian, half Nigerian,
Okay.
and I'll mostly be following the Nigerian election.
Yeah.
But last year, I think this year wasn't so good.
Hmm.
The way the election went from the previous years, it hasn't been so good. Either the rigid of the box, or they're bribing one person or the other, or there's a whole lot of crisis happening everywhere,
The
killing.
politician will say that they are everything free and fair.
It's not always free and fair, especially in Nigeria. It's a very talented country, but it is very hot. If you are not extra talented, you can't really make it there, because you have to be doing multiple things to make it there and shine in Nigeria. Nigeria is a very hot country, and the politicians don't even care about us. All their what they care about is to make it, have the money, and then make sure their family is okay. They don't even care about the youth. They don't think about the youth, how we feel. There was an election that happened the last time. There was killing of youths. I don't know how they did it, but some youths were injured, some of them were hospitalized, and a lot of
We're
things.
talking the
And
SARS issue.
yeah, the SARS issue, and the youths are not happy. We want, sometimes we don't want this person in the power, but they always have their way in. Like the one that happened this year, Peter Obi and then Tinubu. I don't know how he did it, Tinubu, but he made his way into the seat. But we pray that everything goes well. We're hoping for a better future and a better leader. And we're hoping that the next one coming, it will be peaceful and better. And the choice of the youth, actually, because we are tired of the old people. At least they should leave the seats for a while, so we come in and make some young decisions. I think that would help the future youths that are coming in the future.
Do you think the youth are interested in governance issues? Are they following? Are they active in politics? Because the old politicians will tell you that they are willing to leave, but the succession plan, the youths are not ready to come on board. Is that true?
That's not true. The youths are ready to come on board, but who is ready to live for us to come on board? They are not ready. Even when they are done with pension, they want to still see. Some of them even push their age backward to say, "Oh, you've passed the age to be in that position. Leave there so the youth can come and make better decisions that would help us." Now they won't leave. They want to sit there and get the money. Even when they leave, they bring their family members to come and take position and make wrong decisions for us.
Um, Now you talk about Nigeria, and since you have cars, you are partly Nigerian, partly Ghanaian.
Yeah.
For Ghana, uh, what do you think we can do, or what lessons can we learn from Nigeria so that 2024 elections will be better?
Well, I think for Ghanaians,
Yeah.
I think they also have to listen to the youth a bit,
Mm.
because mostly it's just for the grown up
Yes.
that make the decision.
Mm.
For Ghana is a very peaceful country. They
Yeah.
don't like any kind of violence.
Yeah.
So if they say yes, they're going to go with it because they don't want any
Yeah.
type of violence.
Yeah.
But I think they have to also learn how to be strong in their decision, the youth,
Mm.
and then not really fight, but
Mm.
make sure they hear us in a good way.
Mm.
Yes, I think we have to learn. They have to learn that from Nigerians, to be able to stand on their ground and know this is what we want. And if you're not giving it to us, we're also not doing this.
Thank you very much for this opportunity,
Thank
and
you too.
we look forward to meeting you another time
Okay.
for another interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.